I'm Vallie.
Most people just call me G.
What up, G?
Some young kids who don't know my name, they're like, "You're that Frankenstein dude."
I'm a professional skateboarder from the most punk rock city in the world, Detroit, Michigan.
This place is freaking legendary. I don't know why people say bad things about Detroit, because I ain't never had any trouble. I love it and I ain't leaving.
But you won't see me living the life of a rock star. When I'm not skating, I work 40 hours a week. I'm a husband, a father, an entrepreneur, a musician, and an artist.
Yeah, I work a real job. Still ride a skateboard though. Still am competing pro.
Trust me, I'm not your average skater.
You know, I have stitched myself up. I have super glued my own teeth in.
I'm a punk rocker at heart with a newfound appreciation for life and happiness.
Gerald goes against the grain, yeah, with everything he does. I mean, Gerald is as punk rock as you're going to get without the license. He's kind of blazed his own path.
I've overcome the odds and made a successful career doing things my way. But I'm not the only one.
And I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody, I'm doing it any different than any other punk rock, do-it-yourself kind of person would. Maybe I take it to a little bit of a different limit. Instead of playing by somebody else's rules, if you do it yourself, you can make the rules. And so far, it's working.
Life is what you make of it, and success is often found where you least expect it.
If you want to do something, you can do it. I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it's not a lot of hard work, but if you really want anything, you can go get it.
Follow me as I uncover these stories of success and triumph in the Underground Valley.
Underground Valley, brought to you by
This is the Detroit they want you to see. This is my Detroit, a city with personality, a city with character. Real Detroiters wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm proud to say this is my home. All the new stadiums and music venues and casinos are nice, but give me St. Andrews Hall and Old Tiger Stadium any day.
It'll be a bummer day, the day they started taking it down. I mean, if you just look around the area it's in, there's no glitz, there's no glam around here. And even when it was fired up, there was no glitz and glam. It was taverns and little pubs, and it was the factory guy or whoever could afford to go see a game here. You know, there's no freaking suites and what are they called, skyboxes and all that crap. You know, it's an old stadium, and I think people like that. And it's called Tiger Stadium. It's not called Tiger Stadium by blah blah blah. You know, it's not sponsored by any. It's Tiger Stadium.
Even though I'll always be super fired up on Detroit, sometimes you have to make tough decisions in life. For pro skateboarders, that usually means packing your bags and moving to California, the hub of the skating industry. That was no different for me. So in 2000, I set off to the West Coast looking to launch my new career.
You know, it was a little bit weird because I was their first pro. And they basically gave me a stack of boards and said, sell this for what you can, and that's your money, and you have to go to California. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm pro skateboarder, rock and roll. I'll make it happen, you know. And I was just super psyched about being a pro skater. So I get to LA. I stay in this little sketchy hotel the first night, and already I'm on a limited income. And I didn't have a ton of coaching at that time, so I wasn't really sure what I was doing. All I knew is I had to go to California and ride my skateboard. So that's what my plan was, go to California, ride your skateboard. And I didn't understand the whole concept of, if I wanted to make a living, yeah, necessary evils, you have to be filmed, you have to take pictures, that's how you get paid. I just wanted to go skateboard and meet people, and that's what I did. And finally, when I got fed up with it, I just came back to Detroit, and I was like, I didn't feel like I fit in. With a handful of people, the punkers, I fit in pretty good, but even they would discuss those things with me, like, it just wasn't working. So I'm like, well, I'm going home.
I'm not the only skater to flee California and come back home to the Midwest. Before we head back on the road, I have someone I want you to meet.
One more thing before we leave Detroit. We're at Bill Danforth's house. Hero, mentor to me, and skateboard legend. So let's go check out Bill, see what he's got going today. Hey, what's up, brother? What's happening? Hey, man, how you doing? So Billy D just ran upstairs. Let's go check out what he's got going. Freaking how much history is here.
Lots of good memories, man.
That's the first graphic I remember when I started. Like and it was probably, I mean, arguably the most punk rock graphic at that time when it came out. And I think that's why it made me think, who's that guy?
Like California people that would jump from company to company, we were true.
I learned so much. Like through that time, I look up to you, and still, like as like a big brother almost, you know, like so much stuff was taught on the road about the industry, about life in general.
On the road.
On the road. I learned a lot on the road, you know, living like freaking bank robbers in hotel rooms with the windows shut up.
You know, there's a lot of these big name pros that won't go to small towns. We're the ones that thrive on going to small towns because, you know what, those kids need the influence. They need to see people that are true to them, not people that blow into town, do demos for 45 minutes, and then go to their hotel room and never hang out with the kids, never hang out with the locals. We hung out with everybody.
And we're still friends with a lot of those people today.
Give us a small town ones, because we make more impression in small towns than we do in big towns. And we don't really care what's happening in LA. We're from the Midwest, and we're proud and honored to be from here.
Why did you come back to Detroit? What made you leave the sun and the fun and the plastic of the West Coast?
You nailed it right on the head there, the plastic of California. California is a horrible place, you know.